How do I target chord tones in my blues improvisation? Are you curious about how to effectively target chord tones in your blues improvisation? Let's break it down step by step. Understanding chord tones is vital for creating melodies that resonate with your audience. Chord tones are the notes that form a chord. In jazz and blues, these typically include the root, third, fifth, and seventh. For a dominant seventh chord, which is common in blues, the chord tones are the root, major third, perfect fifth, and minor seventh. Next, you need to identify the chord progressions you will be working with. The 12-bar blues is a classic example. This progression usually involves the first, fourth, and fifth chords, each functioning as a dominant seventh chord. For instance, in the key of C, you would be working with C7, F7, and G7. Now, let's talk about practicing chord tones. Start by playing scales and arpeggios that correspond to the chords you are improvising over. Focus on the chord tones and try improvising short phrases that begin and end on these notes. Visualization can also help. Picture the chord tones in your mind while you play, aiming to land on them at the start or finish of your phrases. When it comes to improvisation techniques, starting and ending your phrases on chord tones is key. This approach creates a sense of resolution and tension releases, which is essential in jazz and blues. Additionally, consider using guide tones, which are typically the third and seventh of a chord. These notes are important for building tension and releases in your solos. Mixing scales and arpeggios can also add variety to your improvisation. For example, combining the blues scale with arpeggios can create more engaging lines. The blues scale adds emotion, while arpeggios connect strongly to the chord. When you are improvising over a major blues progression, you might want to use a major blues scale. This scale includes the major third and sixth, giving your music a brighter sound compared to the minor blues scale. Focus on the chord tones of the major chords while also being aware of how the major blues scale can contribute to tension and releases. For practical application, practice improvising over a 12-bar blues progression. Concentrate on the chord tones for each chord. Start with simple phrases and gradually increase their complexity. Recording yourself can be a great way to identify areas for improvement in your use of chord tones and overall improvisational flow. By following these steps and practicing consistently, you will become skilled at targeting chord tones in your blues improvisation. This will enhance your ability to create meaningful and engaging solos within the jazz tradition.